Good morning, welcome back. So I think I need to show you guys some older clips from today. I think I didn't film the process of me finding these runes that are connected with what I'm manifesting, but I filmed how it looked after. So I'm gonna start out with just showing you guys how it looks, and I'm going to explain what it is, because even if you guys are not manifesting the exact same thing as I do, you can still use these runes because they are powerful in a combination with the solar eclipse. So I wanted to show you guys the binding rune that I have made for my manifestation with this solar eclipse. And I lit the candle. And this is what's left now. On the back of the candle, I simply called in my wish with actually stating that it is mine. So whatever it is that you want, always remember to put it in a way where you write it so that it's already yours, it's already in your life. And then the thing that I did was simply saying I am thankful and I'm grateful, and then I put the date on the candle. Another thing I did with, I actually think I showed you guys that as well. So let me just put that clip in here first, because then you guys understand it better. I got some cards yesterday for what I'm manifesting, which are very saying for manifestation, because I got your wish is granted and debt is paid off. So I'm just going to show that so you guys can also read it, because obviously normally what I get is also a reflection for you guys. So the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from your life, and what you have asked for is coming true. And then obviously another wish card, 9 of Cups and Knight of Cups. The crystal that I used are pyrite, because pyrite is a money magnet, but it's also just a magnet for whatever it is that you're manifesting. And I used my big citron, because citron is also a manifestation crystal. And then I have my rose quartz for love and harmony and peace, and the selenite for cleansing whatever needs to be cleansed before this wish comes in. So that is just the basic of that. So when you bind runes, you use different kind of runes, and you obviously use the runes that fits to your wish, whatever that wish is, whatever it is that you want to manifest, or whatever it is you are trying to create. Like, what is the energy that you're trying to create? Sometimes it could just be a house protection spell, or a protection of someone else, or protection of yourself. Whatever it is, you can combine and bind whatever rune you want, and you can create it as you want. You can put your own little twist into it if you want. In my case, I had my focus on manifesting a car, and the car is not just a car for me. The car is also a symbol of freedom, and it changes my routine in a big way. So I wanted to connect that energy. So that's why whatever it is that you are manifesting, you have to think about why is it that you want to manifest this thing, and what is this thing going to give you. The first rune that I used is the rune Raido. We actually talked about that in the weekend reading, where I shared or showed the wood that I had made. I will link the video up here if you guys haven't seen it. But for me, it stands for driving, and it stands for the road, because it is a rune that is in motion. It's connected with traveling, it's connected with driving, it's connecting with safety. So I use that as the backbone for the rune. And obviously I used Fehu, because Fehu is just my favorite rune to use. Fehu is a rune of wealth. I am going to put pictures so you guys can see what rune it is that I'm talking about. But besides Fehu being the rune of wealth, it's also the rune of ownership. So owning a car, manifesting a car, I feel Fehu fits perfectly into this, because that obviously that is what the rune is. That is what the rune does. The other rune that I use is the rune Sowilo, because that it actually carries the energy of solar energy. It's can I say that? It's eclipse energy. So it fits perfectly into this. It's the golden light bolt, and that's also why I feel that it's also an easy rune to use for you guys if you want to manifest something. So it's one of the easiest runes to actually combine with whatever else you're trying to manifest. Then I used Dagaz. Dagaz is also one of the runes that I have spoken about before on this channel, and I love to use Dagaz. If I can find a previous reading or video where I talked about it, I will put it up here, but it always depends if I called the video Dagaz, or otherwise it's going to be a little bit hard for me to find it. But I actually do have a whole folder or whatever you call that on YouTube with all the rune videos, so this one will be included in that. But Dagaz is the rune of the new dawn, new eras. It's the rune of breakthrough, so it was the base rune that I used for this wish. The last rune that I decided to use is Bonju. I don't think that we have actually used or spoken much about it. I might have mentioned it in one of the rune videos where I spoke about different runes, but this is the rune of joy. It's the rune of happiness, of smiling. It brings smiles into your life and also people around you. It's the rune of fulfillment. So that was my wing of this rune binding. So you can use whatever rune it is that you want, but it's important to think about the energy of the different runes, what it brings in a whole, like when you combine them, like do they belong together, do they fit together, or is there one rune that doesn't go along, you know? Like with the runes that I have, you can look at it this way: wealth from Fehu and joy from Bonju is a very good combination. So always look at the runes and combine them in that way, so that you make sure that they work together, because the energy of the different runes do need to work together. Otherwise it can create friction, or it can make you restless in a way. It can make things a little weird. That's also why you cannot use runes to create bad energy towards other people, because it goes back to yourself. So I don't think I have anything else to actually say with this, at least not when it comes to the way that I manifested today with these runes. Because even if I put one thing on the candle with like the car, right, it is the energy of what it gives me. So it gives me the freedom, it gives me a new way of making money, it gives me a new way of also creating for you guys, because I can go with you guys anywhere. We can go on trips and we can go to the beach and film and, and other things. And it also helps me learn in a new way and also be confident in a new way. So whatever it is, once again, that you're trying to manifest, think about what it gives you. That is one of the most powerful ways of manifesting. So today with this solar eclipse, I think it's a good idea to use runes, to use candles. Obviously you don't need to use runes if you don't feel comfortable with it, but you can use candle magic. We have also spoken about candle magic a lot on this channel. I spoke about sympathetic magic a lot, because that is actually what I am doing with this. That is the backbone of how we manifest, no matter what it is. And with this eclipse, we are always releasing something old. So whatever it is that you're manifesting, there is something that's being released as well. If it's fear, or if it's a place, a person, whatever it is, you are claiming your power with whatever it is that you are aligning with today. I did make a solar eclipse video where I spoke about that as well, but I wanted to separate it from this. Today it's not just a new chapter for you, it's a brand new book that's being written with new ink, with newfound passion, with newfound courage, because like I spoke about in the other video, with this solar eclipse being in Virgo, it removes the mental clutter and the overthinking, especially of what has been programmed into your mind the past 15 years or 20 years, especially by social media. And the next decade we're going to see a lot of changes with how social media or news can manipulate us to actually be fearful of things and keep us in a box. And Age of Aquarius is actually forcing us not to restrict us when it comes to that. So it's a very exciting time that we are moving into. I'm very excited about all this, and a lot of you guys, you can already feel the excitement. Like, you feel excited for no reason. Like, some of you guys might still have a lot of chaos around you, and I have that too. We all still have chaos, or we all still have things that we are a little unsure about, because we are still a little bit in the in-between energy. But we have the tools now to actually move among the chaos and the confusion and the things that hasn't been revealed to us yet. So today, just be open, be excited, because that is the energy that you are fueling. Especially if you use runes, be excited, right? Vibrate while you do rune magic. But I don't want to make these readings or videos too long, so I think this is going to be it. And I also do have to record the week ahead energy reading, so let's see what comes up for the week ahead with all this magic. I mean, it can only be exciting. We are starting a whole new week with a whole new energy from the solar eclipse. So thank you guys, have fun today with rune binding or manifesting. Bye.